Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is take 2 because I was blowing bubbles for Alex and kind of got out of hand. I'm hoping to film this in one take instead of editing, just so I can get it out quicker. Probably gonna be a lot of ums and so's because I usually cut those out. It's like consciously hard not to say. Sorry, had to get my brain on track. So I've been thinking a lot about modesty and judgment today. Sadie Robertson from Duck Dynasty, she's amazing. She posted something the other day about her daughter and modesty, or more like insecure thoughts than modesty. They were at the beach, and Sadie, being a mom, being a woman, she was just like super insecure about her body. And then she was thinking about Honey, her daughter, and how she hopes that Honey would never have those thoughts, that she would never think badly of herself, that she would never be insecure. And then she thought of God and how God sees us that way. Like, he's like, why are you beating yourself up? Why do you not just love yourself? And this actually just came to mind. I wasn't planning to talk about this, but last night I was talking to my boyfriend, and I was like, I want to go to a nude beach someday. And he was like, why? So you can see like hot men? And I was like, no, so I can see like fat people in all their glory. And I don't mean that to be rude, but just that people can relish in who they are, like to have confidence in who they are, to love themselves as they are, not to try to cover it up. And that leads me to another thought. Growing up, my mom, I know this is why, that she would wear her garments all the way to the pool so that she wasn't without them. Like if we were to get in an accident or something, she just always wanted to be protected by them. I understand that meaning, but she's been saying dog sit, or tink sit, or tink stop all the time now. Probably her favorite words when the dogs are around. She also might try and grab the camera stand, so if it wobbles a little bit. And if you can't, she's distracting in the background. Anyway, so I was thinking about like our bodies are so amazing. We need to cherish them. We need to love them. We need to see ourselves the way God sees us, not hate ourselves. So growing up, my mom would always wear our swimsuit only at the pool or like at the lake or whatever. And growing up, that made me it made me think, oh, she doesn't want to because she's insecure, because she doesn't want people to see her body. So that's kind of what I grew up thinking, and more so now, like I understand logically that, but now I see how that impacted me. I remember in like somewhere between 2nd and 4th grade, we had a pool party at school or something, or for young women's or something, and 2 friends came by to see if I was going, and I was like, no, I can't go, I can't find my swimsuit. I'd been trying to call my mom at work, she wasn't answering, I didn't know where it was. And they were like, just wear one of our bikinis, and I was like, no, my mom would kill me if I wore that, and she would, because of modesty. But the larger reason why I said that is because I don't have the body to be in a bathing suit or in a bikini, like there's no way. And I was like, however old you are in 3rd, 4th grade, which is so crazy now thinking about. So that was like, and then my mom reminded me, I prefaced her that I was going to say all this before I filmed, and I was talking about, or she was like, well, you've always wore a tank top and like shorts under your pants, like under your clothes. And I was like, as I got closer to preparing to go to the temple, I was like, oh, this is awesome, this is like a preparation for garments kind of thing. But it really stemmed from an insecurity, like, and it was kind of also a trend, like when I was a preteen, to wear a tank top under everything. And so that's kind of where it started, excuse me. And then I just continued, like I always wear a tank top under my shirt, whether it was like a t-shirt no one could see, or where like I'd actually had to cover my chest. And it did prep me for garments. I do wear them, obviously. And but like deep down that really was like an insecurity issue, and because honestly, I'm just gonna say it, like it felt like a toxic mindset on modesty. I personally hate it when babies wear bikinis, but like if Alex as a kid wants to wear them, like that's fine. I don't know if ever personally I would wear one, just I don't like how my body looks. If I got fit, maybe, but you know, that's another insecurity thing. So I was also today listening to a live by the Mormon hippie Sasha on Instagram, and just talking about judgment and how it is not our place to judge people at all. And this kind of leads back to my, I don't remember if that was my first take or this one. I apologize if I repeat myself. I'll get to that. So Sasha was talking about this article that the church put out about, what was it? What helps you stay chaste? And this man responded, when women cover up. And that's kind of the mindset I grew up with, like, of we don't need to taunt men, we need to hide our bodies. And I, to some degree, can understand that, but it's not a woman's job to do something so that a man doesn't sin. Totally not the right mindset to have. And women, we shouldn't wear things to provoke men either. Like it goes both ways. Like it's the men's thoughts, but it's also our intentions behind it. So, excuse me. And that led me, or that kind of like brought up the whole judgment thing. It largely, anyway. So hi. Did you find another piece of dog food? I'm just gonna let it go. Hate me, judge me. It's food. Doesn't kill them, they're mammals, right? Okay. So judgment. Earlier last year, when I was kind of in the beginning of my faith crisis, I reached out to a friend from my mission, Haley, and was asking her why she doesn't wear her garments. She owns a clothing company and doesn't usually wear her garments when modeling for the company. And I just was like, well, why do you do that? Like, do you still go to church? Do you still believe in the church? And she was like, well, why do you want to know? Like, she came up very offensive, which when I first brought it up, I was like, why are you offended by this? But, you know, now looking back, I'm like, wow, I had no right to be asking her any of those questions. But she was gracious enough to answer, and she was like, yeah, I still believe in the church. I still go to church. I still, you know, I have a strong testimony, but I just don't wear my garments. And, I felt like it helped me in my faith journey to come to the point where it was like, I don't have to do it because I've been told to do it my whole life. I can do it because I'm choosing to do it, and whether that be leaving the church or staying, I've chosen to stay at this point. And but just hearing her say, like, well, it's between me and God, like, I feel like he's okay with it. Maybe I have the wrong idea, but like, it's between me and him, no one else. And that was kind of very eye-opening to me, just because of how I was raised, with this very like follow the rule mentality, especially with modesty, especially with garments, most other things too, but so that's kind of what Sasha was talking about today, or whenever she posted the live that I listened to, was about like, why judge people for where they're at. She recently released the institution, is the word she said, which she left the church. She doesn't like that term because it has a negative connotation, but I like the term release the church. So she's like, it doesn't feel as negative, and she's still technically a member because she doesn't have her records removed. But Alex is at the door knocking. Hi! Come here! I don't think she can get down the stairs. down the stairs. I'm gonna wait till she starts freaking out and then help her. Right. So, judgment. I have a really bad tendency of judging people. I feel like I've gotten a lot better over the last year, which is awesome. But, she was talking about how people have asked her questions, and their intention behind the question is like trying to get dirt on her, like, well, are you keeping the word of wisdom? Are you keeping the law of chastity? And she's like, I'm not going to answer that because I know their intentions are clear. I know that they aren't coming from a place of genuine curiosity, but rather a place of judgment. And that's that's totally the mindset I had towards Haley when I asked her those questions, was pure judgment. Like, why do you do this? And I'm very grateful that she answered, because it really helped me in my own, like, walk last year. But Sasha was just, her biggest thing is, like, I want to welcome everyone. Whether you have negative experiences with religion or not, whether you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or not, like, anyone is welcome and you're loved. And having 2 family members, maybe others, well, yeah, actually, I have cousins even, who are members of the LGBTQ community, and that has really opened my eyes to judgment and letting people live the life they want to live, not stopping them. She's freaking out. I'll be right back. Come here. No, we're not gonna go inside. Can you go see Mima? Go see Mima. Go get her. Mima is Angie, by the way. The people I live with, the mom. My mom's grandma. Her dad's mom's granny. Or granny. And then Mima, Angie. Where was I at? Judgment. Yeah, that's tripped. So that's honestly what I wanted to talk about. This is somewhat separate. On Friday last week, my boyfriend and I went to a comedy show by Eliza something. Her last name starts with an S, I think. But most of the people there were probably not members. A lot of the women were dressed what I would consider immodest, and or I won't even say that. They weren't dressed garment friendly, I guess. I'm not gonna use the word immodest, but we were walking behind some girls, 2 girls. She's walking in the sprinkler. Are you getting all wet? Oh, she's wearing socks. I should have taken her socks off. Oops. Anyway, we were walking behind 2 girls, my boyfriend and I was like, I wish I could dress like them. And he was like, well, you can. And I was like, well, my religion tells me I can't. And he was like, yeah, I guess, but, like, it's still your choice. And that, I don't know, I guess sometimes most of the time I still fall into that, like, mentality of, like, I have to do it. Like, I guess, do or don't do something. And that was just another reminder to me, like, yes, this is what the church tells me, this is what God tells me, but I still have agency, I still have the ability to choose what I want to do. And that's what my friend Haley and so many other people in the world who are members of the church who don't wear their garments all the time, that's what they've chosen to do, is to follow their own agency. And I'm sure they still believe in the church, so they still go to church, all that, but they've chosen to make that decision for themselves. And me 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago even, was that total judgmental person of, like, well, why are they doing that? They have no right. They should be following the commandments, all that. And I've really changed my mindset to just be like, you do you. Like, I really don't care what you do. I care about you as a person. But if you want to leave the church, if you want to not follow the commandments exactly the way you're supposed to, or whatever the case may be, like, going to care about you anyway. Like, I really do not care. Because it's not about me at all. It's between them and God. That's it. Whatever I choose to do is between me and God, and that's it. That's all that matters. And it's been a long time since I've come to that conclusion. This is a silly thing, but my ex-husband wanted to get a tattoo. He brought it up shortly before we got divorced, or decided to get divorced, and I was like so against it. I was like so judgmental. I was like, no, you can't do that. Like, I won't allow you to do that. That's basically what I said. And me now, like, if I was still married to him and he got a tattoo, I'd be like, cool. It's your body, your choice. Like, it's interesting how far I've come, and I think about that often, like how he would have reacted if I had that mindset back then. But Alex, hey, leave the water alone. You can go play in the sprinkler if you want some water. Playing in the dog bowl, the dog water. Oh, you put your face in it. Did you drink it? Is it yucky? Oh, did you find another piece of dog food or a rock? Let them be kids, right? I don't know. I'm trying very hard not to be a protective parent. But I love being able to be outside and let her explore and all these things. I don't know, I feel like other people who take her fruit don't let her do that, so I try to as much as I can. Let her be a kid. She's not gonna die from drinking water. Alex, I don't want her putting her face in it though. I hope it just doesn't come out. Okay, I'm trying to remember what else I had on my notes. I can't think of anything right now, but I just really want to stress a few points. God loves you as you are, no matter what you look like, no matter your choices. He loves you. Like, even if you've messed up, even if you've made mistakes, even if you've sinned, he still loves you. And that will never change. Second point. Yes, I believe in modesty as far as not intentionally provoking other people, whether that be a man or a woman. Obviously, like, in the context of a relationship and a marriage, it's fine. But just in general, I think, like, if a man or a woman's, if their intention is to provoke sexual feelings out of someone else, I don't think that's right. And the other, I think the biggest thing is judgment. Like, we as human beings literally have zero place to judge anyone. It is a one person and one person only who has walked this earth ever. One person's job to judge, and that is Jesus. It is only Jesus' job to judge. And he is so merciful. He is literally the advocate with the Father. He will be pleading our cause the entirety of our lives, like, and forever. No matter when we make a mistake, it is his job to stand between us and the Father and to plead why we are worthy of forgiveness. That's so cool. No matter what. So why can't we be that for other people? Not obviously like their savior or whatever, but why can't we extend that same forgiveness? Because it's not our job to judge them. It's not our job to say, oh, they shouldn't have done this. We can have our opinions, yes, but we should keep our opinions to ourselves. I've learned that the hard way. So please, if you're listening to this, just keep in mind that we have no place to judge. It's not our job. It's not. She was standing in it. I think she stuck her face in it again. Oh, please. It is not our place to judge. It is our place to love people and to love ourselves. I also was thinking this thought earlier. If you grew up in the church, whether you did or not, and you experienced that, if you had that same thought of like, oh, my parents dressed this way because they were insecure about their bodies, I would love to know if I'm not the only one. So you could drop a comment about that. I'd appreciate to hear what you have to say. She's having so much fun playing in that water. I'll take that camera over there in a second and show you guys. She's so cute. But first off, or before I do that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you out there. Alex, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you playing in the dog water? Are you playing in it? We should have taken your clothes off.
Are you drinking it?
She did, yeah.
Stuck your head in it.
Yeah.
You're standing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah?